of Iowa. Here is the MVP. Offense turned it over 25 times. Ionescu catch and shoot.
Her point performance right here. Handling it. She's going to be targeted by every
times. New York's had some.
That's that transition defense I'm talking about.
Here's a newcomer, and Katie Lou Samuelson at it. Ionescu will fire away.
Already tonight than they did against Connecticut.
As Stewart works her way in, struggling to rebound.
Well,
Brondello in her third year in New York. And
for some of those new fans to the game, Pat.
Muscles her way inside. This will be a fun match. Player of the year, her last 3 seasons. Look at most points she scored with the Liberty. And in that run to the final. Hit a big one in the Whitney Hamilton.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Her way here in the early going tonight. Smith on the left block.
It's a really good shot blocking front line. Try to tack on some fouls.
She'll drive on Clark, hit the deck. This Indiana offense last year, 5th in the home opener.
With the physicality of Connecticut, they're so good.
Good ball movement. Samuelson's open. Chase Jones around the perimeter as Stewart in the opener. Stewart only had 8 points.
Show out, and the whole, I love it. Coming here, you can.
Smith with the crossover off balance. Jones from the foul line.
Offense as defense. New York is too efficient.
An ankle injury, still not 100% inside. Spins it over to Boston. This jump forward. The second-year pro, Aaliyah Boston. Jonquil Jones leading the Indiana Fever. Just minutes with the Liberty. Here's Ionescu. Everything but the layup. Smith the rebound. Boston has the size advantage on Stewart. Points for Boston as Stewart the other way.
So the step-up screen gets the swing. You got to get by her.
In here, turns the corner on Stewart, and out in 2019. Ionescu finds
for Sabrina
Clark. Step back 3. That first 3-pointer is Lainey Hamilton. Throw team from the field. Scored pass. Samuelson a corner 3. Here's Stewart on a step back. Man, more than she scored on Tuesday. Hamilton, Lainey Hamilton pre-COVID, and had a stand. She was a huge part of that.
Comes Pat.
Stewart, contested look in Indianapolis. To Casper, I'm Pat Boylan. And here it's Boykic. Wheeler, kick out. Here's Lexi Hull. That might be your first. Clark finds some space. Kennedy Burke, a former.
Erica Wheeler on the top of the floor. Kelsey.
That's a tough look. And Wheeler rattled. Melissa Smith through traffic. And
that's a good defensive job.
That is it. Burke gets around Smith to the rim. And a nice Vandersloot pulls up. Driving into Ionescu. Using the other. Ionescu from the mid-range. Whole corner 3. She
off Indiana's defense. Their venues when India gets, because there's a demand, and they've changed the way they look at women's sport. 5 players in this league have earned 47. We're first team. We should be grateful that somebody like Caitlin.
Denied as Mitchell gets inside. They're so talented, so entertaining. Here's Wallace off balance. Draws
with Christy Wallace, Telly, Bubba, part of the Opals.
Friendly?
No.
This Fever bench. Jones not able to take advantage of it. Ionescu off. And Jones high-low. It's Stewart.
A smaller lineup. Katie Lou Samuelson.
Everything running through Stewart so far. A 9-point lead back. They've led by is Boston on Jones. Boston ducks in. Leaves it back for Stewart or launches.
He's a good screener. She can.
WNBA 5 years later. And here is Lainey Hamilton. The step through again. It's Stewart coming out of Liberty really protecting.
No one else to be MVP of the league, but
Indiana. Let's see if Caitlin Clark can't get going. Samuelson mid-range shot.
Managing it all very well. Entered the other night.
Arlington Hill was born back in August. This will send Jonquil Jones to the foul against Washington, and New York needed every. 3 rebounds, a couple of fouls. Still, Benley finds some space
to her and let her go to work.
Jones pulls down.
Time for the chemistry on the offensive end.
Stewart sees the double team, leans in. 3. Bounce pass. There's Boston. So many assists. Boston the patience.
Less than that. It's a great find by Caitlin.
Stewart driving into fact. Benley off balance.
For New York.
Looking to put the finishing touches set on a championship this year. Mitchell turns on the Jets. Little scoop shot of last year. Caitlin Clark. As number 17, Erica Wheeler. Samuelson, deep position, lays it of Indiana's 33 points here.
Has to be good as
a trend your teams have as Stewart. Clark who got the hand in there. At least right now.
She has 4.
Got into a little foul trouble in Connecticut.
Time defending Katie Lou on that.
Down their first 2 shots of the third quarter. Inside for Stewart. Smith doesn't get it off in time. It's drives on Clark, puts on the brick. Driving it back at Jones, and a bank shot. Indiana. Austin comes up with a stop.
Indiana, it opens up the lane for a 1.
Hamilton spinning, fading.
New York.
Stewart fading.
Time she was the MVP.
A 2-point effort. Here's Stewart. Fever really tested here in the early. Laney fires inside. There's Jones. Last year comes in with an opener. She struggled.
Here's a point I want to make for you to work.
Mitchell catch and shoot. Extra pass. Vandersloot.
He said not quite, but we'll get it. It'd be hard to get a bunch of new players.
And way off the mark on a 3. But it
ain't possible.
Keen on second chance points as Laney came back to Indiana to start last season. I think every point guard
we had not seen, and there is Kelsey Mitchell because it gets her going.
And Stewart called for the foul. I think a pretty effective 12 minutes so far.
Seeing what she can do when she stays on the floor.
That signature moment here in Indianapolis. Ionescu, a deep 3.
To Lisa's left, who will be the new.
Mitchell drive it into a triple team. Gets it looking her way for years, and all of a sudden.
Right in. When you can make.
And working her way back to 100%. Ionescu driving into Wheeler off back.
Sabrina.
Clark on the drive, gets in.
Here's a difference for Caitlin Clark. The speed of the game, that's an example.
And Clark. And in fact, Ben Lehman, rookie out of Germany, getting her first. Vandersloot left alone. Points on 3 shots here tonight. Clark, step back 3.
Back-to-back national.
Crowd on their feet. Vivish.
Anticipation or the expectation of the league transforming. See this.
And Berger is fouled by Stewart.
Side to another, multiple underneath the rim, and then the extra rotate.
Got vision like that. There's a 9-second differential, and has the size advantage on Mitchell. Leaves.
Everybody sprint. Let's run this.
Bounces in.
The Liberty by 7 heading into the insane 3-point shot near half court. So Smith saying after their second shots open for everyone else. So even if
we know Kelsey, she can impact it more as she.
Smith's been quiet tonight. Been wide open. Oh look, Stewart's foul.
And in space. Acrobatic finish by Stewart.
Pass to Boston, who waits. Jonquel Jones is home free. Miller sets up Clark. Oh,
New York has been an issue on the front line.
Have opened up here with the first 7 points up.
By Sandy Brondello.
She'll be done. Ionescu launches. Fever do have last year an overtime loss as Indiana looking at a similar time. Jones, beautiful find. Ionescu the 4th quarter. And right back in. Well, Jones, the MVP in 2020.
Against 2 of the top 3 teams in the league.
3 posts for Smith.
Your teammates, you're going to learn a lot about this on Tuesday night with the back. And for Phoenix, available right now, but I thought Phoenix at all for Indiana.
Offensive rebound. Themselves out.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. Part of the timing, the rhythm of your offense, and it takes some time for that to happen.
Katie Lou Samuelson. Smith driving the pass to Hoist. Smith pulled it down. Took 16 more shots than Indy here tonight. And then a near flawless night for Sandal Level. Burke hits their 5th, and Boston didn't get it up.
Went on last year.
As Vandersloot finds some space. Not be a success.
You need to know how.
Towel overhead. What a night for the Liberties here from Indianapolis as Berger off bounds. Wickich leaves it short. Offensive rebound.
Should, right? Come to
10. They went toe to toe. For large portions of her Iowa.
The 4th quarter. Indiana never was a young team. Like if somebody scored, Clark will.
Points in the second half. 20 points on a night where everyone was saying he. As Thornton had it blocked on the other end. Timeout, except you can't huddle. You can advance. Thornton, another corner.
Sideline out of bounds, baseline out of.
Saxton steps into it. See, you just see them.
Right, they have won at the highest elite level athletes.
We were at the beginning of last season, but
Tails for Indiana with a younger.
Indiana Berger comes up with the steal. Much bigger picture here. There was one unanimous answer, which as Doike triple digits down to 11 after the 66. Vandersloot drives on Clark, puts on the break.
Oh, I think she's going to have additional space to operate in. When you can make, Peterson's going to open up the